History. In the history of art, there are paintings that at first glance show only a simple scene. But beneath the surface lies a story far deeper, far darker. One such work is Saint Wolfgang and the Devil, painted in the 15th century by the German artist Michael Pacher. Saint Wolfgang was a 10th century clergyman known for his strict discipline, sharp intellect, and deep faith. Many legends about him circulated among the people, but the most famous was the tale of his bargain with the devil. According to the legend, Wolfgang wished to prove his devotion to God by building a church. Yet there was one great problem. The church was to be built high in the mountains, and transporting the massive stones seemed nearly impossible. Human strength was not enough, and even wagons pulled by horses could not carry such heavy loads. At that moment, a dark figure appeared, the devil. In the painting, he is depicted as grotesque, frightening, but also somewhat ridiculous, a creature both menacing and comical, mocking humanity itself. The devil approached Wolfgang and whispered, "I can help you, but in return, the very first soul that enters this church will be mine." Wolfgang faced a grave dilemma. Either he would fail to keep his promise to God, or he would have to strike a bargain with the devil. But Wolfgang was clever. He accepted the offer, and so the devil used all his strength, hauling the enormous stones, laying the foundations, raising the walls. Days and weeks passed. At last, the church stood proudly upon the mountain peak. The devil was triumphant, eager to claim his prize. He knew that even a man of God could not break his word. But at that very moment, Wolfgang's cunning came into play. The church doors opened, and the devil peered inside. The first to enter was not a man. Wolfgang had driven a wolf through the doorway. The devil roared in fury, "This is a trick!" Yet Wolfgang answered calmly, with a faint smile. "Our agreement was clear. The first soul to enter would be yours. And here it is, the soul of a beast." If you look closely at the devil's expression in the painting, you can almost feel his rage. He had been outwitted. But he was bound to honor the deal. For in the medieval mind, even the devil himself was subject to rules. And so cunning became Wolfgang's victory. Michael Pacher's painting captures this moment for eternity. Wolfgang holds a model of the church in one hand. At his side stands the devil, grotesque, caricatured, both terrifying and humiliated. The church represents Wolfgang's faith. The devil's posture, humanity's triumph of wit and belief over darkness. The story reflects not only a religious tale, but also the fears, hopes, and humor of medieval society. To them, the devil was real, but he was also a foe who could be defeated through cleverness, faith, and courage. Today, the painting is housed in the Alte Pinakothek in Austria. It is rarely mentioned among the giants of art history, yet to those who pause and look carefully, it stands as a masterpiece, no less remarkable than the greatest works of the Renaissance. And the church still stands there, high in the mountains. Wolfgang's name is still remembered. But above all, this story continues to whisper across the centuries. Even in the darkest bargains, it is possible to find the light through wit and faith.